First week in December, which means it's time for Missouri Valley Conference action as the Salukis welcome in the Bradley Braves, the preseason favorite in the Missouri Valley Conference. With the coach, Ronnie Watson, I am Luke Martin. This is your Saluki radio preview. And Coach Watson, there is no such thing as easing in the league play, even more so when you're welcoming in Bradley. They won their NTE and the Myrtle Beach Invite. They have the preseason player of the year in Duke Dean, Coach Brian Wardle. All five of his starters average double figures. Bradley's off to an outstanding start so far in the early portion of this season.
We'll talk about Zeke Montgomery as it goes along. He came to Bradley initially out of high school. He left for 1 year, went to Rhode Island. Besides that, all six of his top players are returning to Bradley. What a combination to have the way college basketball is today.
When you watch them this year, where have you seen Duke Dean grow, where he was an all-conference guy last year? And the reason he's preseason player of the year is because everybody left. But don't let that fool you. He's had a lot of skill and talent in that tank, which we saw at times a year ago.
He played with great confidence a year ago, especially late in the season as he had the second round of the conference play, but he's playing with even more confidence. A year ago, he was 2-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. Right now, he's 3-to-1. He's shooting at a high clip from the field, shooting 2/3 of his shot from three. You've got to have a lot of confidence to shoot 2/3 of your shot from three, even though Bradley's an excellent three-point shooting team right now, 8 games into the season. But Duke Dean his confidence just bleeds onto his teammates.
When you look at this Bradley team, they are 5th in the NCAA right now, Coach Watson, when it comes to three-point shooting. What makes them, outside of just being talented shooters, really good shooters? What about the offensive scheme sets up Coach Wardle for his group to take really good shots and make the majority of them right now? As I said, 5th in the country in three-point percentage at 43.3%.
Seems like they're just long across the board. They have basically 3 guards. Dean is 5'8". They've got a freshman guard, it's 5'11". They've got a 6'2 transfer from Winona State, and everybody else is 6'6", all the way to 7 foot. So they have great length across the board. Coach Wardle has recruited excellent three-point shooting, even with his length. Everyone seems to shoot it, and they're shooting it very well.
Darius Hanna, his career high came against the Salukis, 22 points a year ago. He has added the three-point shot to his repertoire this year. He only had 1 career three prior to this year, Coach Watson. He has made 8 this year, but he's doing a lot of different things for this Bradley team outside of just adding the outside shot to his game.
65 shots on the season, 15 of them from three. He's made over half of them, so that speaks a lot. He's obviously shooting the right shots, or at least it appears that way. Again, leading him in rebounding, and he's so long, and he's always been a terrific rebounder, as Bradley's been. Here's what really impresses me about Hanna, Dean, all the guys we've mentioned. They're averaging 83 points right now. A year ago in the 11 conference games, they averaged 76 points. So you say every year, how do you get your average as a team? And with these guys, it's not like one guy has gone out and gone from scoring 10 to scoring 20. Dean has gone up really 1 basket. Hanna's gone up a little more than a basket. No one has gone up more than 6 points. Atlison, who's gone up 6 points from 4.5 to a little over 10. So these guys are doing it as a committee. They're doing it as a group of 8 that's scoring a basket, 2 baskets, or maybe a couple free throws a game, and they're averaging 83 points. It's really a good formula.
It's no secret, Coach Watson, that Bradley has had the Southern Illinois number in recent memory. You look at this overall series, Southern 3-7 in the last 10 games. They've lost 4 in a row to Bradley, but specifically into Banterra Center, Bradley has won 4 of the last 5. What do you see are going to be important things for SIU to be on the right side of this thing and get what would be a massive win to start off league play against the preseason favorite?
Well, you've hit on the head, and it's kind of scary because the teams that have not been able to finish off Bradley have been veteran teams. And, you just kind of hope that maybe there was a block there. Maybe there was the can't factor. The old saying, whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. This team will need to have the can factor because there's no other way to think about it. It's going to be a very new team that's playing a veteran team. The one stat, if there's anything that might give some pause, is that by KenPom, Bradley's giving up little over a point of possession. They're a good defensive team. They play different defenses. They'll zone, they'll play man to man, they'll extend their defense, but it hasn't been a lockdown great defensive team. Now, offensively, man, they can put the ball in the hoop. Look, Southern can guard these guys basically like Bradley can guard them. You got to hope the home factor's in play. You really got to hope the dog pound comes and gets into somebody's psyche over there on that south end.
Tuesday night, 7 o'clock p.m. will be tip-off in Banterra Center. Your coverage on the Saluki Radio Network will begin at 6 o'clock. But we want you there, as Coach Watson said, whether you're a student, get in the dog pound, get inside Banterra, make it difficult for the Bradley Braves on Tuesday. It's going to be a tremendous test for head coach Scott Nagy and his club. So until Tuesday night from Banterra, for the Coach Ronnie Watson, I am Luke Martin. We will talk to you Tuesday night, Saluki Nation. Go Dogs!